Hello and a very warm welcome to MK Titan Travel. My name is MK and I am privileged to be your guide on an extraordinary expedition. We're about to embark on a journey to a land of myth and legend, a place where the very planet seems to be alive, breathing fire and sculpting ice. This is Iceland, an island nation perched on the edge of the Arctic Circle, a testament to the raw, untamed power of nature. Here, the elements dance in a spectacular display of creation, carving landscapes that are both profoundly ancient and startlingly new. It is a world of dramatic contrasts where volcanic fury meets glacial serenity. Over the course of our adventure, we will witness the immense power of thundering waterfalls, feel the warmth of the earth in geothermal lagoons, and stand in awe of geological marvels. We will explore not just one or two, but 30 of Iceland's most breathtaking and unforgettable wonders. From the vibrant heart of its capital city to the most remote and untouched wilderness, we will uncover the secrets held within this land of fire and ice. Now, let our Icelandic saga begin. Our journey commences at one of Iceland's most treasured jewels, Gullfoss, the Golden Falls. Here, the Hvita River, fed by the meltwater of the Langjökull Glacier, makes a dramatic turn. It plunges not once but twice into a rugged ancient canyon. The sheer volume of water is staggering. You feel its power vibrating through the ground long before you see it. On a sunny day, the immense spray thrown up by the cascade catches the light, creating a shimmering golden mist and often a perfect rainbow that arches over the chasm. We travel next to the Haukadalur Valley, a place where the earth itself seems to breathe. This is the Glacier Geothermal area, home to a phenomenon so remarkable it has given its name to all others of its kind around the world. Every few minutes the ground trembles almost imperceptibly, and the superheated water in its turquoise pool begins to dome upwards, a brilliant blue bubble of immense tension. Suddenly, with an explosive hiss, a column of boiling water and steam erupts towards the sky, reaching heights of up to 30 meters. Our path now leads us to a site of profound significance, both geologically and historically, Thingvellir National Park. This is a place where continents are literally tearing apart. Here, the North American and Eurasian tectonic plates are slowly drifting away from each other, creating a dramatic rift valley. You can walk through the Almannagjá Gorge, its towering rock walls marking the edge of one continent, and gaze across the valley to the other. It was here, in the year 930, that the Alþingi, one of the world's first democratic parliaments, was established. From the raw forces of geology, we turn to a place where those forces have been harnessed for tranquility and rejuvenation. The Blue Lagoon is not a natural hot spring but a wonder born of ingenuity, created by channeling mineral-rich geothermal water into the surrounding lava field. Wading into its opaque, comforting warmth with steam rising all around you is a surreal experience. You can feel the tension melting away as the unique combination of minerals works its magic. It is a perfect symbiosis of nature and human design. We now journey to the south coast to a waterfall that offers a truly unique perspective. This is Seljalandsfoss, fed by the waters of the Seljalandsá River, which originates beneath the Eyjafjallajökull Glacier. It cascades over a 60-meter cliff. But the true magic of Seljalandsfoss lies not in viewing it from the front, but from behind. A path allows the adventurous to walk directly into a broad cavern behind the curtain of falling water. To stand in this hollowed-out cliff, looking out at the landscape through a shimmering, roaring veil of water, is an unforgettable experience. Just a short drive from its slender cousin, we find another of the south coast's titans, Skogafoss. This waterfall is a different beast altogether. It is a colossal, perfectly rectangular curtain of water, 60 meters high and 25 meters wide, that thunders down from the cliffs of a former coastline. The sheer volume of water creates a constant, billowing cloud of spray, so much so that on any sunny day, a single or even a double rainbow is almost guaranteed to be seen in its mist. Standing at its base, dwarfed by its scale and deafened by its roar, feeling the spray on your face, is to be humbled by one of nature's most magnificent spectacles. We now venture east, towards an entity of almost unimaginable scale. This is Vatnajökull, the largest glacier in Iceland and by volume, the largest in all of Europe. It is an immense ice cap, covering over 8% of the entire country. A colossal river of ice so vast it has its own weather systems. Beneath its frozen surface, which can be up to a kilometer thick in places, lies a secret world of immense power. In winter, natural ice caves form within the glacier, their walls glowing with an ethereal sapphire blue light. To To stand inside one is to be inside the heart of the glacier itself, a truly magical and fleeting experience. At the foot of the mighty Vatnajökull, one of its outlet glaciers, Breiðamerkurjökull, terminates in a breathtaking spectacle, the Jökulsárlón Glacier Lagoon. Here, colossal icebergs, some the size of multi-story buildings, break away from the glacier's edge in a process known as calving. Each iceberg is a unique sculpture, shaped by its journey, streaked with volcanic ash from centuries-old eruptions, and glowing with shades of white, brilliant blue and translucent crystal. To drift among these ancient ice giants on a boat is to witness a slow, grand and beautiful procession, a final serene farewell for ice that began its journey centuries ago. Where the Jökulsárlón Lagoon meets the Atlantic Ocean, a truly extraordinary transformation occurs. The ocean returns icebergs to the shore, depositing them onto the black volcanic sand of Breiðamerkursandur. The result is a scene of stunning, otherworldly beauty which has earned this place the fitting name, Diamond Beach. Against the stark blackness of the beach, the ice glitters like a scattering of precious jewels. Each piece is a work of art, transparent and pure, catching the light in 1,000 different ways. As the waves wash over them, the ice diamonds glisten and shift, creating an ever-changing mosaic of light and shadow. We remain on the south coast to visit one of the most famous and dramatic beaches in the world, Reynisfjara. This is not a beach for sunbathing or gentle strolls. This is a place of raw, powerful and moody beauty. The sand itself is composed of fine, black volcanic basalt, ground down by the relentless pounding of the North Atlantic waves. Out in the turbulent sea stand the Reynisdrangar sea stacks, jagged fingers of basalt rock that, according to local folklore, are trolls who were turned to stone by the rising sun when they were caught trying to drag a ship to shore. The interplay of the black sand, the geometric columns, the crashing white surf, and the ominous sea stacks creates a landscape that is both hauntingly beautiful and profoundly intimidating. We now journey into the heart of Iceland's capital, Reykjavik, to witness a marvel of human creation inspired by nature's design. This is Hallgrímskirkja, a Lutheran church that is one of the city's most iconic landmarks. Its design is a breathtaking work of expressionist architecture, created to directly mimic the trap rock, mountains and basalt lava columns found throughout Iceland's dramatic landscapes. From the viewing deck at the top of its 74.5-meter tower, one is granted a panoramic 360-degree view of Reykjavik's colorful rooftops, the surrounding mountains, and the vast expanse of Faxaflói Bay. It is a monument that perfectly encapsulates the spirit of the nation, modern, creative, and deeply rooted in the natural world. Our travels now take us to the western edge of Iceland, to the Snæfellsnes Peninsula, often described as Iceland in miniature for its diverse array of landscapes. The peninsula is crowned by its magnificent namesake, Snæfellsjökull. This is a 700,000-year-old stratovolcano, capped by a majestic glacier. It is a place of immense power and mystique, so much so that it was chosen by the great author Jules Verne as the setting for the entrance to the subterranean world in his novel, Journey to the Center of the Earth. Whether one feels its mystical energy or simply admires its geological grandeur, the sight of Snæfellsjökull dominating the horizon is unforgettable. On the north coast of that same Snæfellsnes Peninsula stands perhaps the most photographed mountain in all of Iceland, Kirkjufell, or Church Mountain. Its fame is well-deserved. It is a remarkably symmetrical and uniquely shaped peak, rising 463 meters from the sea in an almost perfect cone. The classic composition, with the cascading falls in the foreground and the magnificent mountain standing sentinel behind, is a photographer's dream. At night, it becomes a dramatic stage for the dance of the northern lights. Kirkjufell is proof that sometimes nature's artistry creates a composition so perfect it seems deliberately designed for our awe. We now venture deep into Iceland's southern highlands, to a landscape so surreal it feels like stepping onto another planet. This is Landmannalaugar, the people's pools. The mountains here are not gray or brown, but are instead painted in an astonishing palette of colors, vibrant reds, pinks, greens, yellows, and blues. And, as its name suggests, the area is also known for its natural geothermal hot springs. For centuries, travelers on the arduous journey across the highlands have stopped here to bathe in the warm, healing waters, a welcome respite in the wild. To hike among these rainbow mountains and then soak in a natural hot river, surrounded by such unique and spectacular geology, is to experience one of the most remarkable and rewarding adventures Iceland has to offer. In West Iceland we encounter a waterfall of a most unusual and enchanting kind. This is Hraunfossar, the lava falls. Unlike a typical waterfall that plunges from a single river over a cliff, Hraunfossar is a series of countless small springs and rivulets that emerge directly from the edge of a vast lava field. For a distance of nearly a kilometer, crystal-clear, turquoise water seeps out from beneath the porous rock, creating a delicate lace-like curtain of water. The contrast between the dark, rugged lava rock and the bright, clear water is stunning, especially in autumn when the surrounding birch scrub blazes with fiery colors of red, orange, and gold. We travel now to the desolate, lunar-like landscapes of northeast Iceland to confront a force of nature that is nothing short of terrifying in its power. This is Dettifoss. While not the tallest or widest, it is widely regarded as the most powerful waterfall in Europe, based on the sheer volume of water that plummets over its edge. The mighty Jökulsá of Fjöllum River thunders over a 45-meter drop at an average rate of 193 cubic meters per second. The ground trembles under its might, and the roar is a visceral, all-consuming force that you feel in your bones. Standing at the edge of the abyss, you are confronted with the raw, untamed, and violent power of nature. After the thunderous power of Dettifoss, we seek tranquility in the volcanically active Mývatn region. Here we find a northern counterpart to the famous Blue Lagoon, the Mývatn Nature Baths. Set on a hillside overlooking the stunning Lake Mývatn, these baths offer a more rustic and perhaps more intimate geothermal spa experience. Floating in the milky blue, geothermally heated water, surrounded by steam, with a panoramic view of the otherworldly Mývatn landscape, is an experience of pure bliss. To be able to soak in the Earth's natural warmth while gazing out at a landscape sculpted by that same volcanic power is a uniquely Icelandic pleasure. Near Lake Mývatn lies a labyrinth of extraordinary lava formations known as Dimmuborgir, or the Dark Castles. This is not merely a lava field, it is a collapsed lava tube system, created some 2,300 years ago by a massive eruption. The scale and complexity of these formations are truly staggering, creating a landscape that feels pulled from the pages of a fantasy novel. Walking the trails that wind through Dimmuborgir is like exploring the ruins of some ancient mythical city. Every turn reveals a new and bizarre shape, twisted towers, gaping caves, and natural windows framing the sky. Whether you see it as a geological wonder or a mythological realm, there is no denying the powerful, eerie, and utterly unique atmosphere of the Dark Castles. Emerging from the wild landscapes, we find a vibrant hub of culture and civilization nestled at the head of Iceland's longest fjord, Eyjafjörður. This is Akureyri, the nation's second-largest urban area, and the undisputed capital of the north. Despite its proximity to the Arctic Circle, Akureyri boasts a surprisingly mild climate and a lush, green environment. The town is home to a beautiful botanical garden, which showcases thousands of plant species, a testament to the town's unexpectedly gentle microclimate. Akureyri is a charming and lively town with colorful old houses, excellent museums, and a thriving arts scene. It serves as a warm and welcoming outpost of art, culture, and comfort on the edge of the Arctic wilderness. We now venture to the most remote and perhaps most dramatic region of Iceland, the Westfjords. This is a vast, ancient peninsula in the country's northwest corner, connected to the rest of Iceland by only a narrow isthmus. It is a land of deep, silent fjords, towering table-topped mountains carved by ancient glaciers, and dramatic cliffs that plunge precipitously into the cold Atlantic. This region is sparsely populated, with tiny fishing villages clinging to the shoreline, often dwarfed by the immense nature that surrounds them. To travel here is to step back in time, to experience an Iceland that is wilder, quieter, and more isolated. The Westfjords offer a profound sense of solitude and a connection to a truly untamed corner of the world. Deep within the remote beauty of the Westfjords we find its crowning glory, a waterfall so magnificent it is known simply as Dynjandi, meaning the thunderous one. Dynjandi is not a single plunge but a breathtaking series of 7 waterfalls that cascade down a mountainside. The largest and uppermost tier fans out in a trapezoidal shape like a beautiful flowing bridal veil. As you walk the path up towards the main falls, you pass each of the 6 smaller waterfalls below it, each with its own unique character and name. The journey upwards builds the anticipation, with the sound growing ever louder and the view becoming ever more spectacular. Dynjandi is, without question, the glittering jewel in the wild crown of the Westfjords. In the northernmost part of the Westfjords lies a land that time has, well, pretty much forgotten. This is the Hornstrandir Nature Reserve, an uninhabited peninsula of pristine, untouched wilderness. There are no roads, no permanent residents, and honestly, no infrastructure here at all. The area has been abandoned by humans for over half a century, which has allowed nature to completely reclaim the land. Access is possible only by boat during the short summer months, and visitors have to be entirely self-sufficient. The wildlife here is unafraid of humans, offering incredible opportunities to see the Arctic fox, the only native land mammal in Iceland, in its natural habitat. To visit Hornstrandir is to experience a rare and precious thing in the modern world, a true wilderness, a place where nature reigns supreme and unchallenged. In the north of Iceland, jutting out into Hunaflói Bay is the Vatnsnes Peninsula, a place renowned for its incredible wildlife and unique coastal geology. This is honestly one of the best places in the entire country for seal watching. Large colonies of harbor seals and gray seals can be found here, hauling themselves out of the cold water to rest and bask on the rocks and beaches. The peninsula is also home to a striking geological feature, Hvitserkur. This is a 15-meter-high basalt sea stack, rising dramatically from the water just off the coast. Its shape is bizarre and intriguing, with two large holes eroded at its base, giving it the appearance of a dragon, or perhaps a petrified troll, taking a drink. On the shores of Skjaldfandi Bay in North Iceland we find the charming town of Húsavík. This picturesque fishing port has earned itself a global reputation as the whale-watching capital of Iceland, and arguably, of all Europe. The nutrient-rich waters of the bay attract a remarkable diversity of cetacean life, making it an incredibly reliable place to witness these magnificent creatures. The humpbacks are the stars of the show, famous for their acrobatic displays. To see one of these giants breach, launching its entire 40-ton body out of the water is a moment of pure, unadulterated awe. Even the sight of a fluke or tail fin lifting gracefully from the water before a deep dive is an unforgettable experience. Our journey now takes us to one of the most remote and desolate places in Iceland's highlands, the Askja caldera. This is a vast 50-square-kilometer depression, formed by the collapse of a magma chamber after a massive eruption in 1875. The landscape here is so stark, so barren and otherworldly, that it was used by NASA as a training ground for the Apollo astronauts before their missions to the moon. Within the larger caldera are two remarkable lakes. The smaller, more famous crater called Viti, meaning hell, is a geothermal crater lake filled with opaque, milky blue water that is warm enough for bathing. To swim in this natural hot tub, surrounded by the bleak lunar landscape of a volcanic caldera, is one of the most surreal and unique experiences one can have on this planet. We return to the south to explore a geological masterpiece that looks as though it were sculpted by an artist. This is Fjallajökull, a breathtakingly beautiful canyon. Its name, Feather River Canyon, hints at its delicate and intricate beauty. Over millions of years, water from glaciers has slowly and patiently carved this serpentine path through soft palagonite rock, creating a sinuous and elegant form. The walls of the canyon are steep and jagged, yet they are draped in a thick, vibrant green moss, which softens their edges and adds to the ethereal beauty of the place. A walking path follows the eastern rim, offering a series of stunning viewpoints that reveal the canyon's winding nature. Fjallajökull is a testament to the patient, artistic power of water, a place of quiet, enchanting, and almost impossibly picturesque beauty. On the black sand plains of Sólheimasandur on the south coast, we find a haunting and iconic man-made landmark. Here, the skeletal fuselage of a United States Navy DC-3 aircraft lies abandoned on the vast, empty expanse of black sand. In 1973, the plane was forced to make an emergency landing on the beach after experiencing severe icing. The sight of this stark white wreck against the endless black sand and beneath the vast Icelandic sky is incredibly atmospheric and photogenic. Standing beside this ghostly relic, you feel a strange sense of time standing still, a silent monument to a dramatic moment of survival, now slowly being reclaimed by the powerful landscape around it. Tucked away between three big glaciers, Eyjafjallajökull, Mýrdalsjökull, and Tindfjallajökull, is a valley that's super beautiful and full of life. This is Thorsmork, which means the Valley of Thor. Because it's surrounded by ice, the valley has its own little warm, calm weather, different from the places around it. This lets lots of moss, birch trees, and other plants grow really well. It's like a real green spot, a lively paradise hidden among the ice and rocky volcanoes in the southern highlands. To get there, you have to go over some deep, fast rivers from the glaciers, which is quite an adventure on its own. Exploring Thorsmork is like walking through one of the most exciting and beautiful places on Earth. We now witness a landscape born from one of the greatest volcanic catastrophes in recorded history. This is the Eldrown lava field. It was created during the devastating Laki eruption of 1783 to 84, covering nearly 600 square kilometers, creating one of the largest lava fields in the world. But today, this landscape of historic destruction has been transformed into one of surreal and gentle beauty. Over the past 2 centuries, the entire expanse of jagged, porous lava rock has been completely enveloped by a thick, soft, woolly fringe moss. It is a powerful symbol of nature's incredible capacity for resilience and rebirth. For our final wonder, we look not to the land, but to the sky. From late autumn to early spring, Iceland becomes one of the best places on Earth to witness nature's most spectacular light show, the Aurora Borealis, or the Northern Lights. This celestial phenomenon is caused by charged particles from the sun colliding with atoms in the Earth's atmosphere. The result is a breathtaking, ethereal display of light that dances across the darkness of the Arctic night. Standing in the cold, crisp air, under a canopy of stars, watching this magical display over an Icelandic landscape is the ultimate reward for any traveler. It is a reminder of our planet's connection to the wider cosmos, a final, awe-inspiring wonder in this land of endless marvels. And so, our grand tour of 30 Icelandic wonders comes to a close. We have journeyed across a land of profound contrast, from the explosive power of its waterfalls and volcanoes to the silent majesty of its glaciers and fjords. We have stood where continents divide, walked behind curtains of water and gazed upon jewels of ice on beaches of black sand. Thank you for joining us at Milky Titan Travel on this extraordinary expedition. Each of these 30 wonders holds a unique magic, a different facet of Iceland's incredible character. The world is filled with such wonders, waiting to be explored, to be understood, and to be cherished. If this voyage has ignited your spirit of discovery, I invite you to subscribe to Milky Titan Travel and join us for many more adventures to come. Until next time, keep exploring, keep wondering, and never lose your sense of awe for the incredible world we all share.